ChatGPT continues to change so much. Even in the last week, there's been lots of changes. It can help you think through your ideas, work through things. We're using it for social media, to write emails, to repurpose content. And one of the things that I've been using it for is for tech challenges. So if you are tangled up in tech or you're not sure how to do things, you can go in and ask ChatGPT, how do I, and tell it what you need and ask it for super simple directions, step by step, all the way down to the most basic steps. And it is so good at directing you on things. If you're stuck on something on social media, ask ChatGPT to give you the exact steps, like the same steps that you would tell a third grader, and it will make it simple enough that you can understand. I do want you using ChatGPT in different ways, though. I want you to use it in your business to save time and to help you actually work more efficiently. I'm Debbie Shadid. I help women over 50 build beautiful boutique-style coaching businesses without paid ads and without complicated tech. Today, I'm going to talk through some of the ways that you can use ChatGPT in your coaching business right now, and you do not need to be good at technology to do any of this. I really want to emphasize this. If you are not using ChatGPT very much, or if you're intimidated by it, I just want you to have this one quick mindset shift. All you're doing is having a text message conversation, just like you're already doing on your phone. You're just opening up a chat in ChatGPT, just like you're texting to your friend. That's what you are doing with ChatGPT. Don't make it harder than that. So the first way I want to talk about using ChatGPT that many of you are overlooking is to use ChatGPT as a thinking partner. This gets overlooked because we're just using ChatGPT to ask questions and we're not asking it to think with us. You don't always have to just sit down with ChatGPT and give it a prompt. You can literally say, I'm trying to figure this out. Can you help me find a solution? So maybe you're deciding between what topics you should talk about during your workshop. You can go and have conversational mode with ChatGPT to figure out what makes the most sense. You can tell ChatGPT what you're considering. You can give it the context. And you can even say, this is what I know about my ideal client. This is what I believe they're interested in. Or I had a conversation with somebody and they mentioned this. Does that align with what you think my workshop could be? And can we have some conversation about that? So you could say, tell me what my niche should say about this topic. Or I'm working on my niche. Ask me questions that you need to ask before you give me any suggestions. This is an important piece that we're forgetting to do. You tell ChatGPT to continue to ask questions to further flesh out what it doesn't fully understand or to get more information out of you. If you're stuck and you're like, I don't know what to say, you can say, hey, Chat, ask me some questions so that I can get clarity around this. ChatGPT is an incredible thinking partner. That's the first thing I want you to be doing with it. Number 2, use ChatGPT to help you with niche research. So look, there are many niches and ChatGPT can research all of them. But what I want you to think about is your person, the problems that they are having, what it is they desire, and that's the kind of research that I want you to do. I don't necessarily want you to be looking for stats on things because while that's important and I do use that, that's not really what your content's going to be about. So you would ask ChatGPT, what problems might a woman over 50, what would she be having if she was rebuilding her life after a divorce? Can you see how specific that is? You could even go further than that and say, what would she be Googling at 11 p.m. at night? Or if she was scrolling on social media, what posts would she actually stop and look at? What questions might she be asking her friend? Here's another great question. You could ask ChatGPT, for my ideal client, why would she hire a coach? What would be happening in her life? Like even around this same topic, around divorce and rebuilding her life. What point would she be at where she would be like, you know what? I think I need to hire a coach. What would that be? That would be so good for you to know. And then you get to investigate from there. AI will research for you, but it is not niche validation. You still must talk to real people and have real conversations. You still need that evidence that the problem that you're planning to solve is a problem that people, humans, not AI, but humans, that they recognize that's a problem and that they really do want help solving it. Use ChatGPT to help you prepare for those conversations. You could even ask Chat, I want to interview somebody who is going through a divorce and I want to find out if they were going to hire a coach, what would they be looking for? So give me 10 questions I should ask them. So don't ever substitute, though, talking to potential clients with what chat says. Okay, this is the key point I want you to remember. All right, the third way to use chat that you might not be using is to say, chat, help me shape my offer. Once you understand the person and the problem, ChatGPT can help you organize an offer around that. Now, remember, an offer is not the number of weeks. An offer is to solve the problem. So you will tell ChatGPT, this is who I help. This is what they're struggling with. I know this is what she wants. And this is what I've learned through that niche validation process. And I know how to coach in this particular way. But what is it that I should be creating my offer around? Help me identify the clearest outcome for this offer. This is so important, you guys. Help me learn how to talk about my offer in a way that somebody would want to buy it. You could say, is there anything about this offer that sounds too vague? Or you could say, here's what I'm planning on saying to somebody about this offer. Do you think they would buy it? That would be a good one because I'm going to bet ChatGPT would come back and say no, because that's where we all need to improve. But then at that point, you can say, help me improve the way that I might present this. Help me to deliver this message in a clearer, more compelling, more urgent way. Okay, this is so good. All right, the fourth thing that I want you to do with ChatGPT that you might not be doing is to say, please help me find content that my client would actually care about. Most of you are saying, hey, ChatGPT, create 30 social media posts for me. Is that you? But this is a mistake. Any AI tool can give you 30 posts for a life coach that are very generic, and we know everybody is doing this. What you need to be able to do is stand out in the marketplace. So you want to say, give me the most compelling 30 messages that I could use on social media so I can get somebody's attention. We talk about the hook on social media. Give me the most juiciest hooks of what would cause my ideal client to stop the scroll right there, okay? That's asking. You could also be asking ChatGPT, what would be the YouTube episode, the podcast episode, any of those things, the workshop, that somebody would say, oh my gosh, I have to have it. I have to sign up for that thing. That is what you're looking for, okay? You want to find out what people are most compelled by. What's the thing that's going to grab their attention? They're not necessarily searching for that, but as you scroll by, what gets them to stop? That's what you're going to use ChatGPT for, not just to create social media content for you, but to create that social media content that causes people to stop. All right, the fifth way to use ChatGPT is to repurpose. Now, we hear this all the time, but it's like repurpose. How does this work? So this might be the biggest time-saving thing that you can use ChatGPT for of all. I have to tell you, I actually voice text everything into ChatGPT. I hardly ever type because it's so much faster for me to voice text in what I want to do. Once I create something, after I have voice text the whole thing in, and I say, take all this and organize it and turn it into something. And then once I use that piece of content, I'll take that exact piece of content. Usually it's the transcript of something that I've recorded, either a workshop, a podcast, some short videos, maybe it's an introduction about something. I take that and I get the transcript from Zoom, and then I put that back into ChatGPT. Then you can say, okay, now you've actually heard exactly the way that I talk. Keep my tone, keep my voice, and make sure that you are highlighting the things that I have specifically said, and find the strongest teaching points, find the questions that I answered, come up with 3 short video ideas, create social media posts out of this, write a Substack article. All of those things can come out of you talking to Zoom for 20 minutes. You could even ask Claude or ChatGPT to give you a list of questions that you could answer on Zoom so that you had all of that information there, and then it could be cut up into clips. And if you come camera ready, which most of us should be in our office ready to work, looking like we're going to work. If you come camera ready, which should be any day of the week, then you can take whatever it is that you've recorded on Zoom and cut those into clips, which is even better. We want to make sure that the original ideas are coming from you and not from ChatGPT. Does that make sense? So when you are actually talking through it yourself and we're getting the real transcript from you, then we can ensure that the ideas are your ideas. This is what separates you from everybody else. And I don't know about you, but I can see all of the stuff that is being created by ChatGPT, the graphics. Oh my goodness, everybody's stuff is starting to look the same. We want to make sure that you sound like you. I don't want AI creating all of your stuff, okay, because it's just generic. I want you doing the teaching, and then let's let AI use whatever you've taught in different ways. That is actually smart repurposing. All right, the sixth way that I want you to use ChatGPT is to help you write, not to replace your voice. Give AI something to work with whenever possible. This is becoming more important as the internet fills up with all the AI-generated content. If you want help writing an email, you don't just say, write the email about confidence. You say, here is an email that I want. And again, you can voice text it. You can tell the story that you want to share. You can say, organize this into an email. Don't add any ideas that I have not already suggested. And you have to read back what chat creates. If it creates stuff that you didn't say, then you go back to chat and say, look, I didn't say any of that stuff. Remove what I did not tell you and only work with the content that I gave you. That will make such a huge difference for you. And eventually, if you can keep ChatGPT or Claude or any of those AI tools on track, you keep reminding it who you are and what you sound like, it will begin to sound like you. Okay, the seventh way I want you to use ChatGPT is to help you figure out how to use tech. I have been doing this so much. If there's something I am learning in tech, I just go in there and ask ChatGPT, tell me how to do it. I take screenshots of where I am stuck on something, whether it's in Canva, whether it's in ChatGPT that I'm stuck on something, and I actually add the screenshot in to ChatGPT and I say, explain to me what I am not seeing here. Show me what I need to do. I have built out entire systems in tech through a series of screenshots. So you can do the same. If you know how to do a screenshot, and if you don't know how to do a screenshot, ask ChatGPT to tell you how to do a screenshot. It really is that simple. So instead of using voice prompts, do all of the things that we've talked about today. Make sure that it is your voice inside of ChatGPT, inside of Claude, inside of the AI tools, any of them that you're using. Make sure that you're not using generic prompts. Make sure that you're not relying on ChatGPT to be you. You be you. AI is a tool, but you're the business owner. You're the coach. We want to make sure that AI doesn't replace you talking to real people, coaching real people, developing your own expertise, getting your own ideas out of your mind. We want to make sure that you are doing that. This is what will separate you from everybody else. And I know I keep saying that over and over, but hear me on this. The longer that we are walking beside AI, it's either going to help us grow our business because we use it in the right way that I'm talking about, or it's going to kill your business because you're letting AI generate everything for you. And I already know those kind of businesses are not working. Those coaches that are not getting any traction, I can almost guarantee if they are marketing, it's because they're using AI-generated marketing. If you are using your own genuine messaging, and if you are talking to humans, your business will eventually grow, okay? So use ChatGPT in your coaching business to help you. It is your assistant. Use it to research. Use it to organize things. Use it to write. Use it to repurpose. Use it for technology, but only with your original ideas. You keep the expertise. Use your voice. Use your decision-making abilities. Don't rely on ChatGPT, and then let ChatGPT be the tool that will help you get to the next place. If you are new in your business and you're ready to launch your coaching business, I want to encourage you to take a look at our brand new masterclass called The Launch Sequence. This will get you through identifying the niche that is meant for you. Don't ask ChatGPT. This one right here will ask you the questions that you need to know so you can pick the right niche. It will help you validate the niche, not with ChatGPT, but with some questions for yourself and how to have conversations with real humans. And then it will help you create the perfect coaching offer. It is all in one new masterclass. It is called the Launch Sequence. The link is in the comments. You guys have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. Let ChatGPT help you build your business in the right way. We'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.